Let's see.
Yay.
All right. Hello. It is
Hi.
it is January 18th.
18.
Yes, and this is our amazing Wild Flow weekly call. I adore this time together, and I want to thinking about this morning. If you know, let's see, I don't know how to mute you on my phone. So if you are unmuted, maybe take some time to mute so that the recording comes through well. I'm making, and before we do some wild flow, I've come to a very big decision that I will no longer, as a health coach, as a nature lover, as a women's empowerment stand for, I have decided to never suggest that someone, well, never is a strong word, but I'm pulling out of my practice ever suggesting that some woman avoid something. So what does that mean? It means that if that there's an energetic around something in your life that you know isn't serving you. But if you create this energy of I'm gonna abstain from that, then that's your choice. But what I'm always going to recommend is falling into the nourishment around it, the nourishment that you can create for yourself that allows you to recognize that it's not good for you and you're lovingly moving away from it. And so I feel like that applies to I can't think of something that doesn't apply to. Some things we may need to lovingly abstain from immediately, but it still comes from a place of love and nourishment and the energetic of not good or bad, but like divine will. It comes from a place of a natural evolution, like a metamorphosis, like a complete transformation. So in the process of metamorphosis, then something is let go of. And so this is now my complete philosophy with anyone that I'm going to be with, that we focus entirely on the nourishment that can be brought in, the pleasure, the play, the positivity around something that you're desiring to metamorphosize out of your life. And so it's a realization that you're going there, that there's no problem. You know you're going there. It's all of your energy is put into what is coming and where you're going, rather than what you're avoiding, what you're closing down on, what you're pushing away, what you're like, that kind of thing. So it's all it's all about where you're headed from your center, filled with light. Okay? And this is recording, so we'll talk about it after. For those of you who are catching the recording, we turn off the recording after this little piece and some wild flow, and then that's when the real magic happens. So if you're interested in participating in the real magic, then let us know, and it might be a nice place for you. So Having said all that, let's get into a comfortable place in your wherever you are, wherever you're calling in from, wherever you're watching from. Coming into a space of queendom. So you're putting yourself on a sacred pedestal, making sure you're warm enough, you have all that you need, that you're not sacrificing anything for your own comfort. And I welcome you to begin this practice by naturally allowing your eyes to close if that's right. Allowing your belly to expand and your lungs to welcome in a large amount of air. Let it go with a sigh. And take this moment to completely connect with your breath, letting it be whatever it is. Noticing it completely. Noticing all about it. Does it flow easily and fully? Does it respond to your desire to receive more? Letting it go and welcoming it in. And letting it go. And welcoming it in. And noticing this process. Beginning to check in with your body. What body parts might want some attention? And beginning to move into them. And as you do, beginning to bring in through your creativity, through your imagination, exactly where you're going around your health and wellness. Be specific. What are you longing for? Welcoming in the natural movement that is all your own. From the inside, creating what you desire on the outside. Feeding those edges with extra attention and love. Noticing if you can move in a way you've never moved before. If you're sitting on a chair, maybe sliding to the front, creating space between your pelvic bowl and your ribs so that you have lots of room to move. You can be as bold and as big as you wish. Letting your breath be the tool that helps your flow, that makes it yours, wild and primal. Let it be slow. Let it be an act of devotion. Let it be a sacred dance you do. Begin to explore one last body part, one last angle, creating this sacred geometry within yourself. Noticing the lines and the spirals. And all the relationships. And come back to your center. And take a moment to thank this vessel that you get to experience life in. Bring so much gratitude to your physical body.